Well, obviously, first, again, just thanking Maury Brown for his generosity, for providing complimentary tickets to our fan base, and also have to say thanks to our fans for taking advantage of it as well, and helping them to understand how important that energy is for our young men when they're out there on the floor. So, really happy that the atmosphere was the way it was, especially with the way the weather was. The game, I told our guys afterwards, I thought this was it wasn't a perfect game, but I thought this was our best energy or effort game. You know, we didn't do all the things the right way, but it wasn't because of energy and effort. We didn't rebound the ball great, but I told them it wasn't because of energy and effort and not trying. Careless a little bit with the turnover, but it wasn't for not trying to do the right thing. So, you know, I thought this was a complete team effort. I told them I could go down the line and compliment each guy on something positive that they gave us tonight. I thought A.J. Banks was spectacular. It didn't show up in the stat sheet, but I thought he really affected the game. J.J. does what J.J. does. I complimented Trace Young on his energy and effort in the second half. I thought that was very contagious for our group. I thought Jordan, 18 minutes, was very effective for us, especially in the second half. He did a better job protecting the rim and got in the and one. And then Thompson's ability to shoot the basketball came into play. And I thought Porter was very active as well. And I even said, TJ, you know, you didn't shoot it well tonight, but I was impressed with his energy and effort on the defensive end of the floor. And that was one of the things we talked about leading up to this game. Not only the pace, but just trying to become the best defensive team that we can become. And I thought that was a step in the right direction for him.
What you like defensively? Because you mentioned AJ, you know, I know you're having him kind of shadow everyone's best guard, and I know you mixed it up a little bit, but, you know, Bowman didn't do anything or do much on the three-point line, but, you know, Nick mentioned the points. What did you really like defensively? Yes, aside from the effort and the energy, what did you really like tonight?
Well, I thought we were active with our hands. I thought we were active with our hands, and it's probably the best we've understood in the sense of scouting report and personnel. So a guy like Bowman, he did get up 9, but I thought he probably got 2 of them to where it was good looks. But I thought everything else was pretty effective. I thought we covered up some gaps. Again, I thought even in the second half, our activity in our hands allowed us to get deflections and actually turn a few of them into transition baskets because of the steals and whatnot. So I just thought our energy. I thought they took what we were giving them for this game, and even for pregame, about just coming out there and trying to make this our best defensive performance and not worrying about offense.
Was there a different change in that? And they scored the first 4 points in the second half, and it seemed like the energy even then changed and went to another level. Did you notice something early in the second half about your defensive energy?
Well, I thought they kept getting behind Thompson's head, and Thompson's more of a physical presence, but he's not a athletic presence or a long presence. And I thought that's why I thought Jordan came into play. When we subbed him in, I thought he's a difference in a sense of rim protector. I even joked with them after the game. I said I wish I could have Thompson on offense and Jordan on defense, and that would be a pretty good player because of his length. But I thought with that, and then like I said, I thought Trace's energy was really, really good, and that to me became contagious. And I thought our bench, in a sense of cheering, I thought was really, really good in encouraging coaches and players. And every time coming into the timeout, high-fiving, encouraging, even keeping kids, get guys' spirits up. You know, whether it be a turnover or a bad foul, you know, guys can kind of get emotional. And I thought everybody did a great job of keeping everybody into what we were trying to do, rather than kind of let them soak in a moment.
How big was it for you, the way they came back in the first half and over the second half? How important was it to see your team respond to that and not give in to it?
Well, I thought it was good in the sense of, like I told them at halftime, we can't play to scores. because I thought we kind of relaxed a little bit because of, you know, no different. I was this way as a player too. We thought the game was kind of getting away and we were going to have a little fun. But, you know, like I told them, that's a Division I program that's going to fight, and they did what they were able to do to get back into the game. But I never thought our guys got into that moment of soaking or the negative energy or pouting or putting our heads down. I thought it just stayed the course in the sense of just keep playing hard, just keep sharing the ball on offense, and just defend. And I thought we turned the corner in that department. So I was happy with that effort. And like I told them, let's utilize this to build.
You put JJ in the middle of their zone that they were running, and they really packed it in on him. And it seemed like, I guess the first 30 minutes or so that Trace or AJ or whoever's handled it just kind of pass. We try to force those passes into him, and a lot of easy turnovers for them. Is that something you're still trying to preach with AJ and Trace and be more aggressive and try to, you know, take it off the bounce and break down their defense more?
Well, it's funny because one of the things I started to say to them was, like, the pace. Like, we don't need to shoot quick. So they're trying to figure out, like, what does that mean? So does that mean I can't dribble? Does that mean I can't drive? And I'm saying, no, you still play basketball. It's like what I told them in the first half. I said, you guys are pass faking, and you're faking the pass in the air at nobody. Yeah. Like, nobody's even going for the pass fake. It's like they're catching it and doing like that. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, fake at the guy or shot fake or do something like that. And like you said, I thought they packed it in. And then, especially in the second half, there was a time where TJ was right in front of me. And I was like, drive the basketball. Like, there's nobody in front of you. Drive it. You know, so, or cut. You know, sometimes they get to the point and stand it, or sometimes they try to just watch JJ. Right. So that's a growth part for this group. But I thought once they kind of got a feel and we tried to do a little bit different things, I thought the comfort level became a little bit better. Not great, but I thought it became a little bit better.
But you know, you've talked about AJ. You said tonight, you know, how he impacted the game. I know it's kind of the guy that, you know, find the best guard, he's going to run around and harass him. How do you think he did tonight? I know you mixed things up defensively, but how do you think he did it? And what other ways did he impact the game that we're not seeing on the stage? Well,
we played a little bit more zone. And even within the zone, we still had to understand where number 20 was, Bowens, because we didn't want him to shoot. But where I thought he was, I thought he just played with more confidence, you know, at the end of the day. And I thought, like, you know, we keep our stats in the sense of deflection as well. And I thought he got his hands on a couple of balls. But what I actually commended him on, not only was his defense, and I didn't think he had 40 minutes of it, but I thought he was very comfortable, a little bit more comfortable on offense, because teams have been not guarding him on that end, and to step up with the confidence when he first got it in the first half to shoot the basketball, I thought was a good sign for him. And I thought he was aggressive, putting the ball on the floor, trying to get into the paint, dropping it off. Obviously had a good finish at the rim, but I just thought he did a lot of things that just didn't show up. And sometimes I'm saying not even deflection, but just being in the right position. I think one of the moments that came out to me was they got an offensive rebound, and it's funny because it happened in the New Mexico game. They got an offensive rebound, and he started in the New Mexico game. He was just watching the action, and I'm saying 32, I think it was number 32, was out there wandering around like, what are you doing? And I thought tonight that same play happened, and he ran to number 20. So, and understanding that, that's more important. Let these guys figure this out down there. And he ran to number 20, and when they threw it to number 20, he was right there. 20 ended up still shooting it, but it was a bad shot. So I thought that was just a growth moment for him. But again, nobody will probably see that in the sense of, I don't know how you stat that, but that was him getting better as a basketball player.
You've been preaching positivity here in this last month, basically, with your team. How good does it finally feel to see the positive result here and have that for these kids to kind of go with and think about these next couple of days?
It was funny because I said this, and JJ laughed, but I said this to this team. I said, you know, we were able to win 43 games in 2 years, and you kind of take wins as for granted. So when you do win one, it actually feels a lot better. So, so especially with this group, and I told them, man, I said, guys, at the end of the day, I know sometimes obviously we judge with wins and losses, but our thing has always been, let's just work and get better, and let's just stay positive through this process. Now, this feels good at the end of the day, but how can we continue to build on it? That doesn't mean let's relax now because we got a win. I told them I was impressed with you guys being able to go out there and defend the way we knew you were capable of defending. And again, I know that team is going through some things as well, but like I told them, it's still a Division I program in our conference. And to get a double-digit win at home, I think is a positive thing. But, you know, we still have to come back tomorrow and get prepared for our next opponent in Boise State.
Yeah, you've seen them once this year, obviously. What do you remember from that game? What do you have to do to give yourself a chance to start a winning streak Saturday?
Well, I think Boise is a tough place to play as well. I've always respected the program and what Leon has done. And I know I think they're on the 3-game skid themselves. Yeah. So I'm sure they're looking forward to getting back home. But, you know, just thinking about it last time, obviously, you know, Jessup is a very good basketball player. And I want to say, just watching scores, the kid Austin has been playing pretty good. I want to say the game after us, he had like 30 or something. But the one thing I'll always say about Boise, they just play well together. You know, no matter if they have a superstar or not, even when they had Hutcherson last year, they still played together. So, you know, I'll take a look back at the game again to see where we had success and where they hurt us, and see what we can do to maybe make some changes. You know, I think the second time around is always like a chess match. You know, what adjustments are you ready